the Advent Calendar live stream day 7. Oh, it's been a week. Yay. And done. Go Team Berry. So today is the 7th. Where's the 7th? Where's the 7th? Today I have rehab after this, so I gotta keep it short. Where's the 7? Oh, found it. 7. Good morning. Dun, 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 dun. Ah, not my favorite. We'll see. I may like it. Jasmine Earl Grey. I am not a fan of jasmine. For some reason, the first jasmine tea that I got wasn't so great, and so afterwards I kind of avoided. But this is Jasmine Earl Grey. Brew for 1 minute. Today, my joints hurt. I mean, it's been hurting since I was in the hospital. And during I was in the hospital, I thought, because you're basically lying on the bed the whole time, so you don't move around, and you use muscle and stuff. Wayne, go Team Berry, sup? But it's been almost 3 weeks after I was released from the hospital, so it's been almost close to more than 2 months. My elbows and knees and everything like that. I was like, yeah, Jasmine Earl Grey. It's Earl Grey still. It smells good though. I think I'm not a big fan of herbal tea. Anything not flavorful, anything flower. It smells good though. Okay, so 1 minute, so should be quick. So earthquake. The one of the most shocking earthquake besides the March 11, 2011, where huge tsunami hit in the north part of Japan, and the meltdown and everything like that, was the 2 years ago on the New Year's Day, January 1st, in Ishikawa Prefecture. The huge earthquake hit, and Ishikawa Prefecture is kind of like a peninsula, and usually Japanese buildings are strong enough and new enough to not get so much damage from earthquake. However, because it was a peninsula, the ground was very loose, and there were many old housings as well, and so the damage was huge, more than anybody expected. And it was shocking because it happened on January 1st. That's when Happy New Year and everything like that. And then that was followed up on the next day with the incident in Haneda Airport. I don't know if you guys saw the news but there was a Japanese, I guess it's not military, but some like military type of like, not like even like self-defense department either. Um, like little plane that was carrying all the first aid goods got hit by a JAL and like Airbus, like a really huge one, and there was like so much fire and then like everything like that in Haneda Airport. And so that was like a first and a second of January in 2024. So that was the huge incident to like disaster and everything like that. Like it's very like everybody remembers. But so this year we had we actually had a pretty big earthquake in Aomori Prefecture, and I think this is ready. Smells good though. Smells more like Earl Grey. Uh, little bit like kind of floral taste, but oh, this is good. This is good. I can drink this. I was very cautious with jasmine, but this is very good. So I was still in the hospital when this Aomori prefecture's earthquake hit. It was in December. And I was on the 13th floor. So it shook even in Tokyo. And it was like long one too. And then it was like in the middle of the night. And everything was fine. But then when I looked up the news and it was big earthquake in Aomori prefecture. But again, no, I don't think no one died or anything like that. James Berry. And so that happened. But then I guess they didn't have much that many aftershocks either. And so it wasn't really a big news. And then I think yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. Yesterday after during this live stream actually. During this live stream, I usually turn everything off, like notification everything, during live stream. But after, during this live stream, so after I finish live stream, I you know look at my phone and my line, like kind of like a WhatsApp app, uh, had like notifications, and it says that there was a big earthquake in like Shimane and Tottori prefectures, um, which is the west side of Japan. So Tokyo doesn't feel anything. Of course, it's very far, but uh, my staff in Ehime texted me like everything's fine, but we felt the earthquake, and let me know and everything like that. And so I asked my parents as well, like, did you feel anything? And well, it was really short according to them. Then because the Japanese people are more used to having earthquake, right? So I just wanted to see like how accurate the like the accuracy of the shake itself. And then my mom didn't even feel anything, and she just realized like, oh, there's an earthquake because there's like something hanging from the ceiling, and it was like swaying a little bit. So that was it. However, um, and there's like no tsunami warning or anything, and so it wasn't big of a deal. There was and I'll just pull up some like news, so there is some some facts, not like, oh, I think this happened. So it was like January 6th, so yesterday, and maximum incident intensity of 5 plus on Japanese seismic scale, so shindo. So 5 plus is not so, it's big, but it's magnitude 6.4. So it's not. Did I say Wayne Goldberry? Wayne Goldberry. We're having a jasmine tea today, jasmine Earl Grey. So for Japanese people, this is not like big earthquake. And total of 9 people were injured. And I think up to this point, nobody died, so which is good. And there were reports of falling ceilings and water outage in some areas. So that's pretty normal, I guess. As long as like people like no one didn't die, right? Local damage. 6 traditional stone lanterns fell at the shrine in Matsue. Well, you know that's fixable. About 100 beer barrels toppled in a brewery container. Anything? Parts of park in Yonago showed ground liquefaction. Yeah, ground liquefaction is a little. Ground liquefaction was one of the main cause of huge damage in Noto Peninsula 2 years ago. Looks like there is no like electric outage though. If there's like electric outage, that means they can't use the heater and stuff. So in the extreme weather, like winter or summer, it's very hard. But yeah, so like there were some aftershocks, but up to this point, this was released like 2 hours ago. So up to this point, seems like no one has died, so it's not that bad. It was 10:18 a.m. There was I only experienced like one big earthquake when I was like 10 in Ehime, and it's called Geio earthquake. If you are interested, you can look it up. But it was like earthquake for Ehime and Hiroshima. Like I think the epicenter is like Seto Inland Sea, and there's no like tsunami or anything, but the magnitude was like 7 point something, I think, and the intensity was 6 plus, and the intensity in Ehime was 5 plus, and I remember that it was on Saturday, so me and my mom were at the taking dance lesson together, and it was in the afternoon, and it started shaking, and then as a kid, the scary part was not the shake, the fact that like even the adults were like, oh my god, this is way too big. Like the reaction from the adults makes you kind of worry as a kid. And then everything, like, you know, the lesson stopped, and then people start calling each other, and my mom called my dad. He was staying at home with two of my brothers, and then I think we left and then we went home. Luckily, um, my house was built couple years back before the earthquake, so it was pretty brand new. So um, we didn't have we didn't really have any damage. We didn't have any broken glasses. Um, it just like my father had the like a little aquarium. So the fish tanks, water kind of splashed a little bit, and that was it. And yeah, my mom was worried about like maybe like all the glasses and the plates and stuff like that would like fall into the kitchen and like broken glasses everywhere, but we didn't have that. And so that was my personal like really big earthquake experience, I guess. But I think like one or two people have died in that earthquake. Usually just like got under the some like falling like walls and stuff like that. If you live in a very old house, that can happen sadly. Um, but and the next one was the Kumamoto earthquake. Still, I was in Ehime. I was already in my 20s and I was working. And but by that time, Japanese government installed this what is it? This system where they can where they give you notification. It's really really loud, like kind of like I think they do the research, like what kind of sound give you some sort of like chills, give you some like uncomfortable feeling, like biologically, I guess. And they would use that kind of like siren, and they would give you notification like the earthquake is coming, right? And it was like mid of the night. I got up with that sound, and that was pretty huge, I guess. But I think the intensity wise, the shindo wise, was only like 4, I think. So yeah, so I guess I do have multiple earthquake experiences, but luckily I haven't run into any like severe earthquake like damage or anything. Like 2011 one, I was in Ehime, so I didn't feel anything. Um, I talked to people from Tokyo, like who were living in Tokyo at that time. Um, they evacuated and then they saw like tall buildings like going like this. I mean, they should. If they don't sway, they collapse, right? So they're supposed to sway, but yeah, California, yeah, yeah, yeah. So like that West Coast, right? West Coast of the states would also have earthquakes. I think like New York area also have like a small earthquake sometimes. It was kind of I shouldn't say funny, but it was also kind of funny because like I think like I can't remember when, but there was like in New York or somewhere around there, there was like an earthquake happen, more like a tremor, and people are like, oh, this is like huge earthquake, yeah, 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 and the magnitude was like 3 or something, and that's something like for Japanese people, and I was like, we don't really feel anything, right? So Japanese people are, I guess, like way too used to the earthquake, I guess. So that's not too good, because if you are used to something and then you don't act quick enough, but at the same time, because you are used to something, you know how to prepare for it, and then you know what to do, and then you can keep calm. So I think like in any incidents, like being calm is the most important thing, so that you don't create extra accidents, right? So, yeah, but I don't think we have that many worrying Tokyo earthquakes lately. When I just moved here in 2024, we had lots of them in Chiba. That's kind of too close. And if it's Chiba, that means it's facing to the Pacific Ocean, so there's a possibility of tsunami, right? If there's a big one, but that kind of stopped, so that's good. But we have to assume that there will be a big earthquake sometime in Tokyo as well in the future, in near future. So if that ever happens, then you have to have luck, and you have to be, you know, prepared as much as you can. You never know where you are when that happens. So anyway, all right. So I have rehab today, so I gotta get ready for that. And so I will, well, I overcome jasmine tea. So this is good. All right, so I will see you tomorrow, guys. And I hope you have a good day. Bye bye.